the Podical Sons.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone in the world, because neither one of us don't have law degrees. I'm Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start the show. How you feeling today on this bootleg Turkey Sunday?
Listen, man, I only got a few days left before I'm vamos from this current location, so I've been hustling all week, man.
Why you telling people where you going, though? I don't understand.
Listen. I didn't tell him where I'm going. I just told him I'm leaving here.
Can't get an introduction, though?
Hold on.
You guys don't like me?
I mean, we gonna give you an intro and stuff, but
we gonna get to you.
I always gotta pull this dude up on his car because my man used to be dry snitching, telling everybody the
we gonna get to you.
You know, today he's like feeling like I'm wearing a flamingo type of shirt. He the type of dude, they don't even know what the fuck.
Listen, John. Listen, he asked me how I'm doing. I'm trying to get him the state of mind that I'm in.
Okay.
On a Sunday.
I apologize that I hurt your feelings.
I'm in the midst of moving, so it's kind of hectic.
Okay.
I'm moving up and down.
So
I'm just letting the fans know, because the fans are more considerate of my feelings.
Yeah, we know that.
All right, Marv. Stop being the dirtbag, Marv.
Exactly. Who is that on the microphone talking?
We have the most interesting man in Canada.
Thank you.
John the Great. So y'all done heard his name drop up a few times. Y'all done heard Ben Dillinger take a few shots at him. And he's one of the quiet little Podical son, adopted sons and stuff in the cut like a Band-Aid. So state your name and tell the peoples about you.
So John, in the cut like a Band-Aid, like the homie Marv said. Can I say I'm a fun-loving guy? I like to laugh. I can't really say.
See,
nothing
already
more
the opposite of Ben. Cause Ben come in with a stranglehold. see, we got the fun-loving guy over here, man.
Exactly. I'm just trying to go with the flow. I'm not trying to take over the Suns. I'm just trying to be me and assimilate into.
So how do people tell me something like how do people where they be able to see you when you're not doing the ones and twos on the 9-to-5 grind?
You catch me anywhere in Saga, probably downtown at some kind of bar, relaxing, having a drink. I'm definitely a foodie, so you catch me at all the really cool spots around there. That's just about it. Or just kicking it with the family. Like, as I said, I'm a family guy. I like to relax and hang out and be cool with everybody, man.
Yeah, I noticed I'd be on your page in ones and twos and catching the foodie vibe, man. You
out here every kind of vibe from this thing.
You out here getting to the spots. You out here getting to the food spots. I'm waiting for the call to say, yo, I'm here, man. Pull up.
Look, man, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to straight snitch on you. So what I did, I snitched on myself. I told somebody and stuff, and I'm like, you're the most interesting man and stuff, whatever, right? And they're like, that's a big-ass title to give to somebody and stuff, whatever, right? So I'm like, all right. I'm going to screenshot a few of his things. I sent a few screenshots, and they're like, how he get there? How come he's at an Adidas party? How come he's there? How come he does this? How come he does that? I'm like, he don't seem interesting to you? She's like, the girl's like, who is he? So I'm like, you see? That's what qualifies as the most interesting man.
Hey, see, low-key, John be having all the connections. You know that, right?
Hey, I was about to say that exact same thing. So it's all about the people that you have around you, right? You got a good, solid circle of people around you. You got to start to do things. Everybody you can pull from different places. So it just works out a little bit better. And you end up at Adidas party.
And it proves a point. Last week we were talking about is not what you know, it's about who you know.
Exactly.
So it kind of ties in just perfectly and stuff whatever with that realm and stuff too. So okay, let me ask you something and stuff for that. Right? We're not gonna get into your job thing, but what's the worst job you've ever done before you became that most interesting man in Canada?
The most interesting fellow.
Worst job, I'd have to say. I worked for a food prep factory. This was coming out of high school. I was in the whole factory. I wasn't really getting solid jobs, so I did factories for a whole lot. So, got the call from the agency, went there in the morning. It's a food prep factory. So we're taking all the vegetables. When you got your wing spot and you get your little carrot sticks and celery sticks.
Right.
Pre-cut up.
Pre-cut. We build that in the morning and we ship it over to wherever. They had a compost section.
You were there.
So... me being the 10th, coming in off the phone call and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
My job was to roll around with a bucket and take the butts and the ends off of the vegetables
and the carrots,
and throw it into the compost. The smell that came out of that place, Marv.
Yikes!
It's
I can just only imagine.
Rancid.
Rancid? No, that's like a light word to use.
Yeah,
or organically rancid.
Or like
organically rancid is not something to play with. That's like, you know what I mean. You know when when you go you throw like rice in the garbage, like 2 days pass and you go back and you throw something else in the garbage, but you forgot you throw the rice in the garbage and that decaying rice smell hits you. I know that. I know all too well about that organic rancid.
So yeah, definitely, and it's something you never get used to. I was there for about a week straight, and every day it would hit me like, ugh. I gotta do this
so
again.
When you tap out?
After about 4 days.
He probably lasted longer than me.
So what about you, Smooth?
My worst job would actually probably be the first job I ever had, and that was working with my mom. She worked at this college called Ewart College, and she was the cook there. Mm-hmm. So I was probably maybe 13 at the time.
Isn't that child slavery type of shit? Like some child labor laws or no?
As long as everybody look away, then there's no laws to be had.
I mean, 14 was the legal age back then.
Okay, but I was 13 at the time, and I was the dishwasher. Mm-hmm. So I got a little gig washing the dishes and stuff like that. But it was one of those industrial beasts, like cast iron, whatever, man. But you put the plates in, and it take like all about 3 minutes. It don't take no longer than that. But when you open that shit,
the heat
alone, man,
off of steam right in your face.
I I got facials every time I worked.
Is that a pause moment? Did you say you had a facial? I mean,
I had to think about that.
You told me.
I might have thought about throwing a pause in there, but it's good. My skin is good. Let's put it that way. Let's put it that way. What about you, Marv?
The worst job I ever done, I want to say it came with some funny shit where a former friend of ours, stuff, whatever, we had this thing, stuff about working in Abercrombie and Fitch.
Okay.
So he said that they don't hire black people that often. If they hire a black person, you got to be good looking as shit.
I was about to say they only hire like good looking people.
Good looking people.
There.
They only hire good looking people.
Yeah.
And stuff,
Slim
whatever,
Thugger
right?
and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So me now, whatever. He's like, yo, let's both apply. And he said, we'll know you look good if they call you.
If you call
you for an interview, whatever. Right? So I'm like, all right, fuck it.
Because you don't even have to get the job. The fact that they call you means that you're good looking.
That means you're good looking.
That means that the main thing is stuff, whatever, right? So both of us knocked out like the application.
Yeah. And
then we both submitted and stuff, whatever. They ain't hit him. They gave me an interview and stuff, whatever, real quick. So I was like, they called me like the following week. Yeah. So I felt good. I was riding high. I'm like, what's your ugly ass? I'm like, nigga, you ugly. Whatever. They called me. He was upset. He was questioning himself. He's like, I don't understand. He's like, you know what's girls tell me I look good and stuff on the reg? So I'm like, whatever's clever. When I go, I thought, they're going to put me on the floor room and everything, help fold up clothes. Yeah. How can I help you with things and everything?
Nah.
They threw my ass in the back in the stock room.
They say you're low-key ugly.
Low-key ugly. Like funny looking.
You good looking to the clothes.
So my feelings was hurt. So I was like, yikes. So I worked that one day. I'm like, yo, I'm out. But then when I got that check stub and stuff, I made sure I showed them, like, I work one day. As a true friend, didn't want to hurt your feelings. Yeah. So this is what it looks like. So I showed him the check stuff to make sure it was official. Yeah. And the man kind of just humbled himself. He's like, "It's all right, Marv. I already know." So I'm like, "Yeah." So in my mind, I'm a stud. But then as the confessions come out on the podcast,
right.
1-800 my bad if you're listening.
Yeah, he listening right now saying, "I knew it."
Yeah, I knew it was him. I was about to say you bluffed all your boys with a little pace. So like, yeah, I got you.
I'm like, I got paid. This. I got paid for their car benefits. I'm a good looking stock boy, but that's not important. So, I mean, it gets kind of wild, though. But, I mean, such is life, whatever, right?
I always feel like first jobs are always going to be, like, the worst jobs. Those first couple when you're just getting into, like, the work field, you don't know what you want to do. You're just testing everything.
Well, because we all know the first job ain't the job that we wanted.
Definitely.
It ain't the job that we wanted, but it's the job that we grabbed because we figure we need to get some money.
Right?
For sure.
That's the goal, right?
Making that transition from not having to get up or not having to leave wherever you have to leave to go to work
Yeah.
To now having to do that, that's one of the hardest transitions, right? Especially if you got friends that are not working and they doing stupid shit. I remember like that same job. It was after school, so I would leave my friends playing basketball. Be like,
Gotta go to work.
I gotta go to work. I gotta go to work. You know what I mean? Be mad that I gotta go to work, even though I'm making money, but still, that concept hasn't fully kicked in yet because. What do I really need money for? I'm not paying any bills. I ain't spending on another. I'm just learning the work routine. This is all that's really there.
So okay, so my question to you and stuff is that what's your first check or what's your first payment and stuff, whatever, like that you got paid? What did you remember what the first thing you bought was your very first paycheck ever?
I think I might have bought a video game system.
Oh shit, okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
What about you?
I bought a Shaggy cassette, Boombastic. It just came out.
Damn.
Shaggy was the homie, so I got that cassette for myself. Everybody was dubbing. I remember my people got angry at me, but that's like, you paid $20 for a cassette? Your cousin could have record that for you. You could have just took a bootleg and done, and you want to pay $20. I'm like, it's my money, man. I can't
it's
just
your
use
money.
my
Use your
working
money,
for a
man.
while.
You work for it.
But yeah, that was the first thing I bought. I was happy with that.
I think for me, my first check and stuff, whatever, I just wanted to get bougie with food.
There you go.
I'm like, yo, I'm gonna eat somewhere and stuff, whatever, and kick my feet up and stuff, and all that type of shit. So that's what I did with my first check, just to get bossy with it and stuff. And I took out like 2 peoples that I know. I'm like, don't worry, this on me. So I'm like, we gonna eat, drink, crack jokes, and call it a day. I got the tab, and it felt good.
There you go.
It felt good and stuff, whatever. And then after that, whatever, I'm like, my checks start looking regular, degular. I'm like, nah, nigga, that was that one-time affair. Limited time only.
We not being treated all the time. Definitely
because somebody
not.
got the word out, like, yo, you took such and such out for food. I'm like, yeah, your ass should have been there. I'm not that generous no more. I got shit to do.
For sure.
So that was it, man. But yeah, man, let's get into some real shit, man.
Let's get into it, man.
Let's get into some stuff. So okay, so Clueless star, because I don't remember her being in any other major flips besides Mo Money. Stacey Dash got arrested for domestic violence and battery the other day. She beat her husband.
Wow.
She beat her husband.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like in that whole process, Smooth and I had like a brief little convo about it, whatever. Police statement said that she was documented to be white, Caucasian.
Wow. Huh.
So I was like, was that from her side? Because I know she's a Trump supporter, she's a Republican type. Or is it from the cop side that made an error? Or they're trying to exploit privilege? Because she's a black girl with green eyes, right?
Yeah.
She
So I'm
definitely
like-
has the money. She probably lives in the neighborhood, whatever
Right.
the case may be.
So my thing is, I was looking at it, I was like, I know she don't really rock with black people and stuff whatever like that, but it don't get any blacker than that when the same person that called the police to arrest you, her husband, the same person posting your bail. That's straight nigga movements right there, right?
Really look-
So I look at it and stuff, I'm like, you know, some people and stuff, whatever, like, they have self-hatred amongst themselves, whatever, right? Do you know why? Or, like, do you know some people that have self-hatred and stuff, whatever, towards themselves?
I wouldn't say I know anybody per se, but I could see it coming out. Like, you go through a lot of stuff being young, being black, as we all are. And when the stress builds up on you, you could be like, man, like, sometimes I wish it was a little bit different. I wish I could go through a different experience. I wish when I go to the bus stop, you know, and the cop rolls by, I don't have to feel, am I going to get pulled over today? Like, what's going on? When I'm walking home with my friends in the evening and you see the squad car go by, it's like, oh, man, like, why now? And it could build up to the point where you say, I wish I would. What would it be like to not have to worry about the police being my enemy and not my ally kind of thing, you know?
But you think is that could be a mindset? Because let's say, for example, you have like I was telling somebody it could be like Carlton from Fresh Prince.
Right.
Like Carlton and stuff was raised with the MO and stuff, or the character was raised with MO, like, you know, cops and judge, like, you know, his father was a judge and everything. That like everything's peachy keen as a law-abiding citizen. But your mindset, it was probably raised or taught, like, you know, like the pigs are the pigs, 5-0, you don't fuck with them, you don't mess with them. So if you had a different mindset, whatever, as coming up and stuff, whatever, you probably wouldn't even bat an eye unless you met that officer that lets you know this is what the real world is.
Yeah.
You agree?
I agree with that. I agree with that statement. It's definitely a mindset. But even regardless of like what your friends are saying, even being brought up black, it's like you got to be 10 times better than everybody else because you're never really going to get that opportunity.
Facts.
And that was kind of drilled into my mind from young or into a lot of,
Right.
young
You gotta
black
work
people's
extra
mind.
hard.
You got to work extra hard because you might not get that opportunity that this other guy is going to get.
I think almost every black parent has drilled that into their kids'
Definitely.
heads at some point. Why you gotta work so much harder? Why you gotta, you gotta put your best foot forward? Why you gotta kind of keep you keep on your P's and Q's and like that straight and narrow, because even the crookedest of paths can lead you down to something where or somewhere where you shouldn't be going. Where typically somebody who may not look like you
Exactly.
doesn't have to worry about going.
So
right?
what about your kids? Like, you raise your kids and stuff with that mindset, and especially in today's times, in today's climate?
I don't raise them with that particular mindset, keeping in mind that we're in the information age, so they see that shit firsthand.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not like I gotta point stuff out to them. If they're on social media, they're most likely seeing the injustice that's happening, seeing.
But I think that's still realms
But
for
remember
discussion.
before it used to be like a hearsay, like with us, like you're not really gonna hear about the police shooting the black guy and all that. It's not gonna get hyped by the news. It's more gonna be downplayed. But now, since everything is like live to view with the Instagrams and the YouTube and everybody having a camera,
Right.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be in your face
Right.
regardless of what's going on, right?
Yeah, and that's basically what I'm saying is like it's already in their face. Like I don't teach my kids to have a fear for police or anything like that at the same time, because I mean it took me a while, but I'm at the point where I don't have a fear. Why should I? I'm not, I'm
You
not
ain't doing
out there
nothing.
doing
Exactly.
anything that I shouldn't be doing. I'm a law-abiding citizen like everybody else. Yes, you heard that. A law-abiding citizen like everyone
like
else.
Clean up
Everybody
his
else.
squeaky,
Yeah.
squeaky, squeaky, squeaky image.
We
So-
society people.
So my kids, they look at me and they see that, and then they see, well, okay, well, my dad don't really have no reason to fear. But at the same time, the type of stuff that they're into, the type of stuff that they listen to, lends itself to that fear, because the music speaks about it. You know what I
Right.
mean? The television, the films, they speak about it, right? The news speaks about it. I mean, I was just beatboxing with you earlier today to ask you if you heard about the black woman getting killed by the police officer
Right.
in her own home. This is after a week where a female police officer has been convicted and
been
sent to
indicted,
prison for killing a black person. So it's not like, without me saying it,
The information stuff is
the
there.
information is
Gotcha.
still up and out there.
Gotcha. I feel that. I see that. I mean, cause so what about the whole thing? Like, do you know people with self-hatred though?
No, I think I actually know more people with
More black power
more awareness.
or more awareness?
Yeah, as opposed to
So like
self-hatred.
the quote unquote woke folk.
The quote unquote woke folk. I mean, woke to the point where, and this is where I sort of see it. Woke to the point where they understand and see there's a problem, right? But not woke to the point where they're willing to get up and do anything about what they may perceive to be a problem.
They
they
can
just all
definitely
talk, no
preach the
action.
problem.
All
What-
talk and no
what
action, because
talk,
at
no
the end
action.
of the day,
About the
they may
problem.
see it as a problem.
Fuck, I'm
but-
gonna do with that then. The hell.
They may
like,
see it as a problem, but their mindset is still as well, as long as it's not
coming to
close
me.
to home, it doesn't really affect me or bother me. When you shouldn't have that type of mindset, because it really affects and it bothers all of us.
But that's what I'm saying. It's gonna come to them regardless eventually. And then when it hits home, that's when it's gonna be too late to do some shit about
Definitely.
it. Right?
They
That's
gonna
how I
have to-
feel.
They're gonna have to call Sean King at that point.
Well, he got like a tip of black in him. A little droplet of black in him.
You know what they say, man. Even 1% of black make you
1%
black.
of black make you black, right?
Okay, it's all fun and games. So you see a snow bunny with blue eyes and everything dropping the N bomb out here, and she can be like, "What? My great grandfather and stuff, whatever, was a black dude," and everybody's like, "You too light on the knee graph to be saying the N word." And then what? She can be like, "I thought it was a 1% drop."
Yeah,
It's a bit dodgy in it, buddy, man.
That's a hard one.
Hey,
Listen,
bruv, it's a bit dodgy, yeah.
Listen, it's only a 1% drop when you're doing bad.
Yeah, exactly.
You're black.
Exactly.
If you're doing something good and positive, that 1% don't count.
You're gonna steal a piece of bubble gum. They're gonna be like, "Oh, I thought you were black. Huh? You get in the back of that car." Like,
Hey, I know my rights.
Listen.
I know my rights.
Listen, Stacy White on the paper, but that crime made her black and put her ass in jail.
Right?
This is true.
Right?
This is true. But I mean, like, you know, she cried and everything and stuff with her, kind of gets segued off and stuff with her. And so, look, I feel like, not to be racist, but I feel like there's nothing more powerful than a white woman's tears. A white woman's tears hold mad weight. It'll shut down everything. Picture you getting a conflict with a traffic bumper to bumper thing with a lady.
Yeah.
And then she might even see a cop in the corner of her eye. She's like, "I don't understand. I was just driving and I just accidentally tapped you. I had a hard day." Yo, you automatically in wrong. She touched your car. And you automatically in the wrong. There's nothing that holds more weight than a white woman's
You
tears.
get the right officer that could see through some stuff. And you
But we know the bullshit. But we know for a fact when you see it on site,
happen.
it's not happening, man.
So you don't think a black woman's tears can pull off the same?
Hell no.
No?
Hell no.
I just
Hell
don't
no.
like females crying, period.
I like women crying either. My balls
can't.
itch
That's
when
what
I
I'm
hear women
saying.
cry.
I know women crying.
When
it might
women
make-
cry in general and stuff
Yeah,
like that, but then
I might throw the book at you, Marv.
Yeah,
I mean, look, yo, play
Mark, you
this.
made her cry, man.
Yo, if a black woman's crying and stuff like whatever, all right, you get in a conflict with a black woman and you guys are crying, they look at it stuff as you guys were together because you're a black man, you guys were together and conflict kind of arose. You know what I'm saying? If it's you and a white woman and stuff, whatever, you are automatically public enemy number one.
Very true.
You guys could be an interracial relationship.
Yeah.
Very true.
And everything,
Yeah,
but they're not
no,
gonna look
no.
at that shit. They're gonna be like, hey,
Off goes his head.
black man, I'm gonna need you to stand over there.
Yeah.
I got my hand on my taser.
Yeah.
Back up.
Back away from the white lady.
Even
Back
even
away.
if it's security with no weapons and everything, gonna shine a flashlight in your eyes like, sir.
Keep away from
Sir?
the white lady. Keep away.
Back
Like your
up.
voice get a little bit loud, you're probably gonna get tackled and tased in the whole nine.
All the whole shebang and stuff, whatever. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, like maybe one day they might come to a point where a black woman's tears will be equivalent to a white woman's tears, and just women across general.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not women across general because think about, I want to say the Middle Eastern women, those Indian women and stuff like that get raped, like, going to and fro, and no one bats an eye. Cause
Yeah, but the society that they're in.
so it's a society thing.
Yeah.
So, okay, so in
because
our
It's
society,
very antiquated. Like their system and the way they deal with things, and it's very ancient. It's very old. Women still can't do a lot of things. over
Yeah,
there.
but
that's what I chopped out.
our society is now well removed from that, where I want to say women's tears across the board is felt.
I want to say I want to believe in North America.
Okay.
that
Yeah.
women's tears across the board. I wouldn't regulate it to just white women because this is a woman country. Period.
I was
This
going
is
to
a
say that
woman's
same
world.
thing. This is definitely a woman's world. The way things are ran here.
Don't at me. I'm just saying the truth.
Yeah.
It's a woman's world, and it don't matter what shade you are. You got them tears flowing. You know what's happening next?
In the law's eyes, the woman's always going to get the benefit of the doubt. As a man, you might not get that benefit of the doubt.
So what about a gay man and a straight woman?
It might be the gay man. Just
depends on
because
who
of
cries
what's going
better.
on around here. Yeah.
Oh shit! So we're going for the Oscar-winning performance.
Depends on who cries better at that point.
Shit. What? I mean, I'll pay money to see that though. I just want to be a bystander from the cut, so I'm not in no one's eyes and stuff, whatever. And just do that. Let's talk about this California college athletes thing. So the NCAA, they have a thing now where in 2023, the athletes and stuff of those schools can finally have a chance to make some money with endorsements.
Wow.
RUSC, yeah. Let's give a round of applause for that. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
That one was proper, man. About damn time. That's
Yeah,
how
for
I
sure.
feel. How do you
For
feel
sure.
about it?
They definitely need to get paid. They need to get something because the millions, tens of millions that they're making off these young people's backs, selling out stadiums, endorsements,
Exactly.
whatever it is, they need to give them a piece. These guys don't get not $1. And you have some guys that are like coming from like single parent homes with nothing. They're going home to no food to eat type stuff.
Right.
But they got the scholarship. They got into school. And they still have nothing at home. So, I mean...
Go. What about you, Smooth, before I jump in on my piece?
Yeah, I definitely think that you know, how the whole system is set up is like these guys are phenomenal from like junior high growing up into high school, right? And then from high school they're being scouted on their talent. Ain't nobody saying to themselves, yo, this kid has got like, you know, a monster brain on him.
Absolutely.
I need him to come to my school. No,
Correct.
they're scouting you to come
your
play
talent.
for their program
Athlete,
because they know if they have somebody who's you know, a star athlete that's playing for their program, how much tickets they can sell, how much endorsements they can get and we're talking on the school side.
Right.
All these things from having a good viable program that's now going to be able to be, you know, aired on television. That's the ultimate goal with all these colleges and universities is to, you know, is to
TV
get
time.
that college funding. You know what I mean? Is, you know, is to get that TV rights. If you look at if you're looking at it from the junior high and then the high school perspective, of course, you might sell some tickets for the stadium.
Right.
Of course, you might do all, but I mean, generally, that money is taken and thrown back into the athletic program to help
Yeah.
develop that.
It's
Once
not
you
hitting
reach
the
into the,
pockets.
you know, the college state where it's TV, these like John said, we're talking tens of millions of
Tens of
dollars that's
millions.
being made.
Right.
That maybe a fraction of that is being put back into like this, you know, the whatever the students are doing, whatever athletic program is doing. But other than that, the schools are reaping the benefits off of that.
See, I feel like pertaining to the whole dance is good. I'm glad that they're gonna make some money and stuff because not everybody makes it to the league. But I feel that the quality of the game is gonna turn down. The reason why I say that, my opinion and stuff, whatever, is because they know, like I want to say, like a man like Zion. He knows for a fact that the chips and stuff, whatever, like in his time before when he was at school, the money is in the NBA. Now, if you know the money's in the NBA, you're gonna bust your ass and do whatever it takes
To
to,
get
to
make
the
sure you get the
NBA.
NBA.
To get to the
But
NBA.
now, if now the bar is now set for high school thing and stuff, and they know they can get a check and everything, they'd be like, yo, you know what? I'm more smarter with my money, or they might take a course at the same time about money management or accounting and everything like that, or they might have somebody else trying to give them a thing. So they might just say, you know what? I'll make this money off these endorsements, do the little basic ones and twos, and with this check, I can do X, Y, and Z. So I feel like the bar is now set. Now the bar was set at NBA standard now.
Yeah.
Now the bar is gonna be set at a college level now, college university level. That's just me. I mean, it might change, but you know, I like to play devil's advocate and stuff for them. What's the bad and stuff of this with it? That's how I was looking at.
I actually think the opposite.
Okay.
Because while there's only so many spots that can be filled in the NBA, there's countless of universities and colleges that you can attend, right? So if you're really thinking about it and saying to yourself, man, I might not be able to make it to the NBA, but at least if I'm good enough to make it to college and I can shine in college, then I can get myself some sort of endorsement deal and get this bread off.
Yeah, but how much dollars do you think you're gonna get from going to a D3 school compared to a D1?
But at least I could set up my life a certain type of way.
But
Like,
this is what I'm saying. If think about it, if you're now gonna be paid from a college level, all you got to do is show and prove and be able to get that. You know what I mean? To be able to get those endorsements. Dude, you're working to get endorsements. You trying to get that money now in college, right? So if that's the mindset, and everybody has that mindset, thinking, hey, I may not be good enough to make it to the NBA,
NBA?
but while I'm in college, if I can get one or two scouts to look at me, if I can get one or 2 endorsement deals, maybe a local pizza. That you know, what I mean,
There
send
you
me
go.
some bread. This, that, and
Yeah.
the third.
Oh shit, the local Papa John's.
Local Papa John's. You
Because
know,
think about it. At that point,
JoJo's wings and things.
it's wide open. It's
Sounds
wide
delish.
open because nobody's putting a limit on the sponsorship.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Whereas in NBA, you're always it's always you're looking for the big brands. You're looking for the Nikes, you're looking for the Chryslers, you're looking for, you know what I mean?
So I
Major
guess
people.
you're gonna do an ad for Shasta Soda then, as long as you get the check.
Hell yeah. You doing
You're setting yourself
Jimmy
up,
Jam
man.
is Jimmy
You're setting
Jam still
yourself
around?
up for life.
Jimmy J, yeah.
Yeah,
You doing
You get the
you
Jimmy
doing,
Jazz ad.
You doing Jimmy Jam, bro. You doing Jimmy Jam.
Yeah, a couple free kicks. And a check. Hey.
Hey, clutching.
But I feel like the goal is like if professional sports is the goal in high school, you're gonna bust your ass regardless of what's going on when you're in college. Cause what you want to be at that pinnacle, you want to play with the LeBrons and the Stephs and everybody else. So you're gonna be working hard at it. Now that you get some extra money, you know what? I could relieve the pressure off my mom, so I could think about basketball now.
So you
know
can
what I'm
think
saying?
about basketball and stuff like that. But but again, I mean, just by virtue of spots, you know what I mean? There's umpteen amount of spots for you to be able to land on a college roster versus there is on an NBA. So you
Very
stand
true.
more chance
Very true.
of being on a college team, playing very well, and getting an endorsement deal. No, I mean, no matter how small or large it is, it's still an endorsement deal
Yeah.
that you probably wouldn't have had before if they didn't open up this playing field. Granted, they're only opening up the playing field because they want to hold on to those TV rights. I don't hear
Yeah.
nothing about them saying they're giving any TV
Well, that-
money to the players.
That's only for Cali and stuff right now. I want
Right.
to say,
And it's one team.
one state.
One-
So I want to
okay,
say like,
state.
and eventually and stuff, but hopefully the other states tend to follow suit because we're in 2019 now,
Yeah.
right? So hopefully, and that's 2023 that is official and stuff. Salute to Gavin Newsom, the governor, for it, right? He's in it and stuff for to win it with other people and stuff. Now, other folks, I guess, bit by bit, they're hoping that other states will fall in suit.
yeah.
So until then, whatever, would you guys raise your kids? I mean, like, when say if you had kids able enough, would you guys send them to Cali to get that back?
Nah.
Education is still more important.
I'm gonna treat it just as the same way. Listen, you've got this scholarship to get towards an education.
Mm-hmm.
Still focus on that, right? I mean, because you're right, you're not guaranteed a spot in the NBA,
Facts.
right? So you may be the reigning star on a collegiate level.
Mm-hmm.
You might be getting that endorsement deal, but what if you don't get drafted by the NBA?
Right.
You still gotta now be able to fall back on whatever education that you may have brought up. Or maybe you were smart. Maybe you did something with the endorsement money that you received in college and you can flip that. But at the end of the day, you still got to think of life beyond college.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Right?
sure.
So if you got a chance to go to a good school that's got, one of the best GPAs in the country,
And you're a hooper or you're
and
a baller, you're a footballer.
and you're a footballer, or you're a hooper, or whatever professional sport that you're in,
Mm-hmm.
you can go and play and you get that education for free. Oh man, go ahead, get that education for free. Don't
You're not
worry
getting that
about the
bag.
endorsements.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Don't
What
worry about
about
the
you?
endorsements.
I mean, I'm not gonna. If they have talent, then obviously I'm gonna push that
So
talent.
you're gonna
but
ship their ass off to Cali,
I'm
West
not gonna
Coast to
ship
the
them
best
off to
coast.
Cali. I'm just gonna say, hey man, whoever you feel is great, great. If you could make some money, then yeah, why not?
Yeah,
I wouldn't force it, but
Well, listen,
hey, it should be an option at this point in time, right? You could get an endorsement.
I agree 100% with you. If one of those scholarships comes from a Cali school, then by all means,
Take it.
head to Cali and see if you can get
Take
see if you can get an endorsement. Sorry, if one of those scholarships come from a Cali school, head to Cali, see if you can get an endorsement. But
USC.
don't turn down any form of scholarship that you may get just because it's not in Cali.
It's
and
not
you
in
can't get
Cali,
an endorsement.
right.
Exactly.
Good, that's good. 'Cause I'm about to say you kind of Cruella DeVille type of parent. Then I'm about to say you all about the bag.
Trying to get this money.
I mean, you know.
Listen, as a parent,
So
college can be
okay,
expensive.
finally, I want to give a big shout out and
the truth,
salute
man.
to fucking Instagram. Why I love Instagram? Because y'all done finally listened to some of my other quiet closet perverts prayers. You guys removed the activity page. Well done. Well done.
Right.
Now you guys can enjoy me and indulge into the filth that I always been on. How do you feel about this? Because you know I don't give a 747 flying fuck.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I say there were certain accounts that I'd like look and I like, but I'd skip over just because you don't want to have that look. And I'm a single man, by the way. I just had to put that out there in the radio land.
Okay.
John is single, definitely. But you can't just be double tapping every big booty you see.
Shit, I disagree.
I knew you was gonna disagree on that.
I'm about to say, I'm like, I've been in my filth for like the longest.
But now they can't see my filth.
Right.
So I'm triple tapping.
Yeah, I'm triple
every big booty I see.
Smooth, how do you feel?
You know, it's funny because I've never really looked at the activity tab. If I have happened to check it, it may be like you know sometimes your thumb slip when you're trying to check whatever your things are, your likes or whatever. So you might slide over to that.
Right.
But other than that, nah, I'm really not in that tab at all. So for it to be taken away, I won't miss it. Mm-hmm. But I'm guessing whoever's been trying to keep up tabs on me, they can no longer keep tabs upon me. So, I mean,
there you go.
In that sense, it's a good thing.
See, I look at it stuff as that, like, I want to say, there's thousands of times people always see what I like, right? And one of my boys, he always like, yo, Marv, you got footprints all over this place. Because, you know, when the Graham was saying, like, I guess one of your followers. So if he looked at a twerking video and he seen the twerking video and it said, Sofa King Marvelous has liked this and others and everything. Yeah. He's looking like, he said, yo, Marv, your footprints are all over the net. I'm like, you think I give a damn? When I was married, there was a point in time and stuff, whatever. I had an intervention and stuff with some loved ones. They rolled up on me. They're like, yo, I have a question to ask you. How does your wife feel about you liking the twerking videos? I'm like, yo. She looked at it, she said this. She told me, she's like, or asked me, do you have a problem with me liking these things? She's like, if you're in the house and you're liking it, by all means. She said, when you're going to the strip club, throwing the ends towards them that could be going in our household for other things, that's when it's a problem. Yeah. And I respect that.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm not doing no ends. I'm just doing a double tap. So hopefully the performance of more ass cheeks and booty butt cheeks jiggling will continue. And some women, they just let their chest jiggle and stuff with it. But now, welcome to the field. Baby, welcome to the field. I'm happy for all of y'all.
Yeah.
Because you know what the slick thing was? In like a group chat, what they will do is that they'll see the video, throw it in the DM, and like it from the group chat. So they won't like it directly. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Yeah.
So it'd be like,
and it's not even like we're giving away any secrets now because you don't even have to do that.
You
shit
don't have to do that no more.
Exactly.
Just go through double tap, double tap,
tap. That's it.
That's it.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, I wanted to give a shout out and stuff on that for the gram, whatever. Right?
I mean, the only beef that I probably have with it is because we are the Podical Sons, and a lot of our followers like our shit, and a lot of their friends and followers find out about our shit from them liking our shit.
True.
So that's probably the only hit that I would probably say that we would feel from that. Otherwise than that, you can get rid of it.
That's about a point.
It's not totally gone yet though, because still under the pic you see who liked. If somebody you're following like that pic, it'll be like such and such like that pic as well as.
Yeah, but they have to. Hopefully they have to stumble upon the same type of material thing, whatever.
Exactly.
I think the beautiful thing and stuff, whatever. I think is where either people really like it or they run with the hashtag for things. Right. That's what kind of save like businesses and other operations and stuff, whatever, like that, whatever. But the activity thing, you're right. The activity thing, a lot of people still just watch other people's activity. Me, myself, I'm just like you. Accidentally might swipe over there and I go right back to like my likes and my comments and stuff like that, whatever, before I looked at the activity. So I really give two shits about people's activity.
I've had an ex before, she was like, oh, so you like this and this and this? Oh, so why'd you comment under such and such and such?
Ooh.
Oh, so why you... So now you gotta start thinking twice, and then it curves your whole Instagram enjoyment.
I mean, don't feel. I mean,
stuff.
Please, I know people that created other accounts just for them to like the filth and the nonsense because they need to look polished on one level.
There you go.
And because they're with somebody and stuff, whatever, they don't want the judgment eyes and stuff to kind of fall back on her. Be like, oh, your man likes this and your man does this. So, they cleaned up their apparel or whatever, came up with a new account for the nonsense and the shits. So I'm like, that's when social media is powerful as shit.
It's funny because
Definitely.
at the end of the day, we like what we like. But us liking things doesn't necessarily mean that we gonna stay constantly drooling at this one pick, or we gonna go out and buy these pair of sneakers, or we gonna run out and jump somebody, whoever had the sweater on that we just
You just enjoy the
It
moment.
looked
It's
good.
The
entertainment.
moment, it looked good. Yeah.
we
It's
liked
entertainment.
it.
Yeah, it's
You know what I
entertainment.
mean?
That's
So
it.
it's funny how people can take whatever you liking and then just let their imagination build upon that.
But like this, I seen something and stuff where a dude got arrested, right? I think he was getting arrested. To be honest, I don't know. Hopefully it's a dude. He was butt ass naked, and I guess he had like, I'm hoping it's a dude just has some flabby ass chest,
Yeah.
and everything. And then when he turned around and stuff, whatever, his dick was flapping, and he pissed on the cop, right? So his dick was flapping, and he pissed on the cop and everything. I was like, shit, from Freddie Gibbs, salute to Freddie Gibbs and everything.
Yeah.
He put on some bullshit and stuff up there, and I'm looking like. I was like, yo, that's a fucked up kind of arrest if you're an officer or whatever. So I like that
You liked
thing.
that.
I liked it and stuff, whatever. And then somebody's like, yo, you out here liking free dick pics and stuff. I was looking like, it's like that.
That's what I'm saying. They taking their lives and they running with it.
I was like, yo, no, I'm like, what, you want me to say no homo when I like? Yo, fuck the dumb shit. Let's get to this no homo discussion real
I
quick,
knew
man.
this was coming. I knew this
Yo,
was coming.
you know
It's
this is
okay.
coming, man. Yo, I feel like when you say no homo or pause, especially in today's time and stuff, whatever, you have like a homophobic kind of vibe to you. I don't feel like you need to say, I'm a certified lesbian. I love me some women. But I don't feel like I need to declare that even in my speech when it's not, some kind of questionable shit, whatever, right? Like I want to make sure most of the time in the realms, the things I say is not in the questionable things, but anybody in the context. Like for example, my barber. I'm like, yo, what time you leaving the barbershop? I called him before. He's like, I'm gonna leave here about 6. I'm like, all right, it's 5:15. I'm coming. The man said that's a conversation between you and your woman. I don't need to know when you're coming. So I was like, I'm coming to the barbershop. He's like, yo, stop using that word with me, man.
Forward.
You gotta forward to the barbershop.
Soon forward.
Soon forward.
Soon forward.
Jesus. Oh my God.
It's all about the English, man, and what words
I
you
think-
use.
Here's the funny thing, because
Do you use pause or no homo in your conversation?
I don't use pause or no homo.
Did
in
you
my
use it
conversation.
before?
I've used pause and I've used homo,
no
no homo in conversations, right?
Right.
But I've also been the guy who's also been ready to question your speech.
Double standard bastard. Look at you.
But I stopped doing that. You understand? And I think that's where the pause and the no homo still kind of lingers around, because you still have people out there checking your speech. So if it's somebody that's checking your speech, you gotta kind of let them know. I said, listen, man, I know what I said is questionable, and I know you're about to check my speech. So okay, maybe I might throw no homo in there, no pause. But me and you, we different. So when we're on the
Right,
show, Mark,
right.
I know listen. We grown ass men.
Yeah.
We know whatever we say, if it sounds questionable, it definitely ain't questionable.
Facts.
So there's no reason to throw a pause or no homo in there when we speak.
And I feel the same way and stuff whatever too, but not everybody is not your average Joseph.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
in your world, not everybody is so fucking marvelous.
Yeah.
However, we are who we are 24/7, 365, 366 in a leap year. But now when I interact with like John Squad, they be looking like, pause.
I mean, it's
John
better when you're
Squad
thinking about it.
they just don't like the questionable speech. John Squad.
Yeah, exactly. And hey, it puts you on another level, right? Because if you think about everything you say, that means you're processing. That means you're making sure you're not saying it's better for you, right? You're not lazy with your speech. You're not just letting things go. You're not saying, I'm coming over to your house and I'm gonna. I'm a forward. You thought twice, like, no, I'm gonna forward. Soon forward.
But you
No,
don't-
that-
Listen, Marv.
You know what I'm saying?
Next time you think about you showing up here, say you're reaching. Oh, I want to hear you say.
What am I reaching for? That's what I'm saying. I mean, I feel like that could be more questionable stuff too.
But you know, here comes another questionable statement.
Yeah, that's
what
I'm
are you
saying.
reaching for?
What are you reaching for? Whatever, right? Yeah, whoa, keep your hands to yourself.
Yo.
That's a whole nother ball game.
English allows you to be tied up in a lot of ways, man. You gotta
Told
be
you,
you gotta
I've
be
been-
careful
I've
with
been
the,
at war with the English language for a
You gotta
bit.
be careful
but
with
that
the
hasn't
language.
changed
Yeah,
yet.
it is.
you gotta be careful with the language.
So what I'm saying, let me ask you this now. So do you come to a point in your life where you stop caring about the no homo or the pause thing? Because like I said, to the group of people and stuff that don't even say that or include it into their speech, you seem, or a person like that would seem homophobic. So do you come to a point of realization like, yo, I'm done? Like I want to say when I was younger and stuff, whatever, I remember like in high school, listening to like Joel Santana. He's like, no homo, you can bet your balls I make it. I'm like, okay. And then I remember I heard Stack Bundles. He's like, felonies to give, blessings to receive. So like a nasty chick, I gotta succeed. And I'm like, is that a pause moment? Your face.
That was kind of pause.
Why you fix your face like
See,
that?
listen, we gotta blame the whole Rockefeller crew for this. We gotta blame Jay, Dame.
You want to sing Jay with
They
with
was the
Stack
ones that
Bundles?
started the whole no homo.
It was definitely an
Was
NY
there?
thing.
Yes,
It was definitely
they
an
was the
NY
ones
thing.
that
It was
started
like-
the
It's
whole-
an NY thing. I don't want to put it on
No,
Rockefeller.
Nah, man.
But it's
I'm putting it
New
on
York.
Jay and Dame. They started the whole no homo thing. That's where everybody got it from.
Yeah, definitely an NY. No homo. Pause. You know, you can't be talking about, gripping balls and men's this and that. And pause. You know what I'm saying?
And listen,
You're looking at me
listen,
like,
and listen,
hey,
and listen,
hey, you know what I'm
and listen,
saying?
and
You
listen.
gotta give somebody that look.
We're gonna blame them for that type of retort. But listen, we gotta be honest. We gotta blame the Jamaicans for pointing that shit out in the
gonna say
first
that
place,
too.
because they the first to tell you, hey, what you sound or what you said sounded kind of suspect. What do you mean you're going by your old neighborhood? Man can't go by them old neighborhood. You mean you go to place where you used to live?
Man, the guy
say-
gym,
yeah.
fitness center.
Man, no go gym.
What do you mean you got a gym?
Oh, because
You
Jim
got
is a guy.
out.
So if he goes to gym, he's gonna get
Yeah, I got
banged
fitness
up.
Hey,
center.
what you mean you got? What you mean you got A&W and order a body burger?
Well, yeah, that's
That's a hard one.
Yeah, that's
Come on, bro.
Pause.
Bro, come on, bro.
I'm gonna say even if you say that's a hard one. Like,
Hey,
yo,
man, you get lost. It's definitely a slippery slope when you start to get into it. I'd say if you're the average person and you don't subscribe, don't subscribe. If you get into it, man, it's gonna be a lot of hard, deep thinking.
Listen,
Yo.
it's subconsciously put in your head, because anytime if you even at A&W, if you hear somebody who don't even know a single thing about no homo, no pause, and they ordering a buddy burger, you laughing at you.
what, that's what I'm saying. Like when I
You like, oh,
I went
he
to
just ordered a
Subway.
buddy burger.
When I went to Subway and stuff, whatever, I'm on the phone beatboxing and stuff, whatever, talking to somebody on the phone. I got my headset in. The dude, he's tall, probably like 6'2", 6'3". He see me. So the lady behind the counter, she's of like East Indian descent. So I don't feel like she's even in this kind of realm because she's an older lady, right? So my man just jumped up and stuff. He go to order his food. I'm after him and stuff, whatever. The man looked at me before he ordered his food. He's like, yo, let me get the 6-inch. No homo. I was like, yo, bruh, you don't have to drop that.
You know why
Why
he
you
said
talking
that?
to you?
You know why he
You
said
see me?
You know why he
You
said
see
that? 'Cause he thought you was gonna tap him and say, "You sure you don't want the foot long?"
Pause. Wow.
I'm telling you, man.
Wow.
It's a slippery slope, man. Don't get involved if you're not ready for the consequences and the repercussions that goes along with saying pause in the home.
You just got to know the conversation
You know
you're
what I'm
in
saying?
with, because I mean, like I said, you could be with one of your Indian or white co-workers, and they could say something, and you say something questionable, and then you say pause, and they be like, "But what are you pausing?"
I mean,
no
th-
clue
And
whatsoever.
that's the thing. I want to say, my demographic and my circle and stuff, whatever, is so vast. So I could be different around different types of peoples and stuff, whatever. And like, let's say my Black Jamaican descent folk and stuff, whatever, might be around them. Let's say within a 7-day time span, maybe one day. compared to like the other ones and stuff, whatever, that I might be around them, let's say, for the other 6.
Exactly.
So it's not gonna be in my dome and stuff, whatever, to like always drop a pause and stuff, whatever. When I hear a man say like, "Hey, I want a tea bag too," whatever, right? And I'm like, "Yeah, it's in my drawer. Let me get it for you." But you're probably looking at me like, "Pause, pause, pause."
Doing teabag in the drawer, bro.
I drink tea when I'm at work. Like, yo, I don't understand.
I understand. The other day I was going out with the coworkers and they're like, "Yeah, let's go out for some drinks. You just want beers?" I'm like, nah, I need a stiff drink. And I had to... But I was with the coworkers. They just knew I wanted some alcohol.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
It's like,
exactly.
Hey,
No, the only reason I'm laughing is we're in that realm.
it happens. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
It happens.
Yes.
It happens. Definitely. But
I mean, because like me, I always look at like when those kind of comments drop, I always still, to this day, I'll still drop, "That's what she said."
Right.
So I still love that joke and stuff.
Yeah,
It's my
yeah.
running joke like for forever, whatever. Because I'm like, "How's your day? Long and hard." I'm like, "That's what she said."
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So,
universal.
yeah, but then I guess, and another person will say, "Pause, pause, pause, pause." But I'm like, okay, if you feel like that, that's how you feel.
See, pause for that would be, and no, she didn't say that. That would be the pause for that. When you say something like, "My day was long and hard," and no, she didn't say that. That would be the pause.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Hey man, it happened to me once back in the day when I was working. So we had a homeboy working with us, whatever the case may be, and he's definitely on that side of the spectrum. I'm trying to be
PC.
politically correct right
Trying to
now.
be politically correct. PC.
Yeah.
He gay.
Homie was gay.
That's
Whatever
okay.
the case may be.
I mean, we got
gay
We don't
listeners.
have
We
It's
got
okay.
gay listeners, but
We
I
got
don't know
gay
what
listeners.
spectrum.
It's
I know
cool.
what spectrum because I remember the alphabet gang is long. So
Exactly.
you pick your letter properly. That's all I tell you.
So hey,
He's
he was
gay.
So I
Okay.
was getting some French fries. I'm like, yeah, let me get the fries. The fries were dry. I'm like, yo, put a little salt on the fries, and they good when they're a little bit salty, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, so gay guy chimes in. Jonathan knows what he's talking about.
What does that even mean?
I don't.
I need the context behind that.
I feel like I just need to say pause without even knowing what's being
This
discussed.
is it. This is it. So I'm like, are you meaning that? Like, I'm equating that to salty balls or some shit. I don't know what you're talking
buddy.
about, but I just have to like smile and kind of
No.
Hey,
Yo.
man, it's a.
So you can't even ask for
Slippery
fries with salt and stuff, whatever? Because that's question, or because, like I said, see, and that's what I'm thinking. It's a homophobic mind state where if a gay person will say anything, regards to anything, it just has you shook to say pause.
But
or
listen,
feel
this is-
uncomfortable.
but here's
He
the funny-
definitely put it to something sexual. He was definitely making a sexual.
But
joke
okay, but
about
let's
it.
break that down. What's so sexual about fries and salt?
But here's the funny thing about what John just said. Do you think like they joke like that within their circle?
Yes.
Definitely.
They do, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you
They're
say
people
something
too.
questionable and it
Ha-ha,
sounds
funny.
like questionable, ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
Really? Is that what you're saying? You know what I mean? So, with that being said, I don't know. Do you have to throw in a no homo? Do you have to throw in a pause just in case ears might be around thinking, hey,
I chuckled it
you
out,
might
man.
subscribe to you might subscribe to the book?
I mean, look, I went to a company barbecue, and at the company barbecue and stuff, whatever, I had I got a burger, and then they gave me a sausage and everything and stuff, whatever, right? So I didn't open up the bun and everything. Somebody like, "Do you want me to drop the sausage in between the bun?" So I'm like, "Yeah, lay it on me." So somebody looked at me behind me like, "No, that's inappropriate." I was like, yo.
I wasn't there yet.
I was like, yo.
Get your mind out the gutter.
Exactly. I'm trying to get fed with the
man.
free food. I
That
was
leads
like,
into interpretation, right? Who's
interpreting? Exactly. Because if you tell me a story and stuff like I said, like John told me a story earlier within the week, and he's like, about like kind of like an almost car accident about to happen and stuff, whatever. And the guy was all on the hood.
Yeah.
And hood is a Jamaican word for dick. I'm like, are you gonna drop a pause? He's like, that wasn't necessary for a pause. So I'm like, I can't win in this world.
This is it. Like I
Listen,
said,
man.
slippery slope, guys. Slippery slope.
I always have a laugh when someone goes to the mechanic and the mechanic asks him what's wrong, and they say, "I think I blew my tranny."
Sometimes you gotta.
Sometimes it just lends itself, man. English, man. It just lends itself, man. I'm telling you.
Yo, I'm not mad at that, but yo, well, I guess the moral of the story and stuff is to, think before you speak.
There you go.
You
In
gotta
more
watch,
ways
you
than
just
some.
gotta watch your speech a little bit. That's it. That's it.
And
And know what you're speaking
don't
around.
subscribe if you don't have to. It's not a fun game. You're gonna lose. So don't do it.
Yeah, not everyone is a winner on this one.
Exactly.
Yo, okay. So let me ask you something, whatever, right? I came up with something the other day, because, I'm dating. John's dating. We out here and stuff like that, whatever.
Yeah.
It's not another ad, ladies, but if you want to take it as an ad, you know how to find
It's an
me.
ad for me. It's my first time on the show. It's an ad. I'm dating.
It's
I'm
an
single.
ad. So we're throwing our ads out
Definitely.
here.
I'm trying to be
Don't
on
look
there.
at not your average Joseph and stuff, but just like his photos and don't drop in
It's not your average over here.
Yeah. But there's a thing called one-itis. So I was like, one-itis. I'm used to the word itis itself being like lethargic, tired, and anything like that, whatever. But this one kind of messed me up. One-itis is a psychological disease where a person falls deeply or wholly in love with another person in a short period of time. So my question to you guys and stuff, whatever, is that have you ever had or know somebody that has had or have one-itis?
When you
before?
say short period of time, what are you,
So let's
what are
say,
you talking about?
say for example, all right, let me give you a hypothetical. You go out to go get drinks and stuff, whatever, right? With your boys.
Right.
You go get drinks and stuff, whatever. And, this is when you're single. A woman sees you and stuff, whatever. You guys swap it out in convo. Just a little nice little 2-3 minutes and everything. And you're out with some friends.
Yeah.
But you would love to see her again and everything and stuff like that. You swap out numbers and like certain things she does, like the hair flick, the smile, like
Yeah.
the kind of forward thing and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
You're all feeling like, wow, she's all into me. She's forward and stuff, whatever, right?
Right.
So now when you guys swap out numbers and stuff and everything, some people with the one-itis thing, they fall in like in a category where they're looking at stuff and say like, she might be the one. She did the hair flick. She leaned in.
Okay.
She made eye contact.
She made that eye contact.
She gave me
I was
that
like,
grin.
Okay, so
She's
one
the
itis is pretty much almost based off of first interaction.
Love at first sight.
Yeah.
Love,
Kind of.
love at first sight.
All
Kind
right,
of.
all right.
Kind of even within that realm, or even like a phone call, like even if she can do a follow-up phone conversation and stuff, whatever. Like, play this. I feel like there's no sex involved, but you're already envisioning what your kids look like.
Wow.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's far. That's far.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it could even come to that point, even not only just the first interaction and stuff, whatever, but even just the dating aspect and stuff, whatever. Like, I remember I seen a show and I thought it was so funny. But then when I thought about this topic, I was like, this is along the lines of the show. The guy and the girl went out for dinner once.
Okay.
Had fire conversation, I guess, and everything. But the girl's like said to herself, "You're not my type." Whatever in her head. So when the guy called her, he's like, "Hey, I haven't heard from you in a few days. So I was wondering, I had a great time the other night. So maybe we can, follow up and do it again." And the girl's like, "I don't know. That night I gotta wash my hair." And the guy's like, he's like, "I fall in love with you." She's like, "You don't know me though." And I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "How?" But it happens on both sides of the spectrum because there's some women that look. But like, there's some women that don't even know Idris Elba on a personal level, and for a fact they're looking like. I know a girl. She's like, "Well, I'm light skinned, he dark skinned, so we're gonna have caramel kids if we have kids." What if he don't want to fuck you?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, do you know anybody?
No, but the point
Have
that
you ever had it before? Oh shit! These are my
I'm
confessions.
trying to think now. I'm trying to think.
it might be a couple.
Yo,
Might
you
be
had a
2 or
few?
3.
You had 2 or
I may
3?
have had one.
You had one.
I think if I'm thinking back, I think I may have had one where I was kind of looking at, and I think the reason why I thought of it is because I was kind of looking at Shorty, but I didn't think, and Shorty was bad, but I didn't think Shorty was looking at me that way.
Mm-hmm.
But when I found out Shorty was looking at me that way, I was like, "Oh shit, it's on." Because Shorty's bad,
You see
and then
your
Shorty
whole
looking
face.
at me like that already.
Okay. She wants
then
me, I want her.
it's a
on
done
her
deal.
pocket, yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, how far in your mind did you take it? Did you take it to like you guys?
Oh, I
kept,
was
like,
ready to settle down.
Wow.
But like, hey, you don't off of the first sight, you don't do like you see a bad one, you're like, all right, cool. Maybe she looks good. Could I see myself? No. All right, let's find out what's going on now. Let me go get the number. Let me go put in the work. Let's go on a couple of dates but we'll have like a little action plan. But it kind of switches.
But so during the date, so let's say you guys swap out the number and everything like whatever. During the first date, and she says some proper things that might align to like let's say like your goals in life, or even some good things your mother have done for you and everything like that. Do you start locking it in like, yo, she might be the one?
During the date, well, I mean, you're adding the accolades at that point in time. Like, oh, okay, yeah. Oh, you cook. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, yeah, you clean. Oh, you got morals.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
'cause
got, and like certain ones, it's like, oh, this is 10 points.
Yeah, because you got that bar that you set already.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
she every minute now
So
she getting closer
you're
to that
listening,
bar.
You're like, oh, okay, all right, you do that. Oh, you do that. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, traveling. Oh, you've been a couple of. Oh, and then you're building up. So by the time you hit 100%, it's like, all right, well, now I'm gonna have to stay in contact. Now we're definitely gonna go on date number. You're already kind of.
So you're already plotting for date number 2. Hopefully
she's on the other side with the same energies.
Yeah, because you could be looking at 100% and
right.
100%.
And she can look at you like, oh, he's okay for a foodie call.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's over.
It's just a foodie call.
Yeah. You might get one shot, man. One shot killer, and then it's over, right?
Right. Well, see, because my thing and stuff is that I play everything by ear. I guess either I'm optimistic or oblivious.
Okay.
Either or. Because my thing and stuff is that I can be putting out everything and stuff for like conversation, let my intentions know where I stand with that woman or how I feel about that particular woman. But it's not to that level and stuff of like, I'm building future. I don't see future, to be honest, unless, like I said, if I have sex with a woman today, probationary period start for like 90 days.
Gotcha.
After your probationary period and stuff, whatever, you might get a few little, I love you, but because I'm a love slut, I throw it out kind of loosely, and then people don't take it
Those are hard
serious.
words to use all the time. You can't be using those words.
You can't be out here being a love slut, bro.
I mean,
Can't be out here being a love slut, bro.
I mean, because
that ILY, man, that's not the word to be using.
ILY,
I love you.
I mean, why not? Like, because the funny thing too is that when I said it one time and stuff, I was talking to a girl in high school, and my mom was close by. She's like, "This is what you tell these girls?" She's like, "But then again, some of these girls are foolish." I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Love is an acronym for legs open very easy."
I like that.
Yeah, salute to moms and stuff, whatever.
Shout out to Miss Mom.
So I mean, like when it came down to it and stuff, whatever, she's like, "Oh, that's why you always tell these girls that." And she kissed her teeth and kind of walked away, typical Caribbean woman, like she walked away like these stupid ass girls. But I'm looking like, nah, I feel like the world needs love, man. Dionne Warwick said it, Burt Bacharach who wrote it. Yeah, man, like the world needs love. But I mean, like if it comes down to it, and I was rocking with you, like, all right, we got on a sexual level. And then now we're getting to this point and stuff where we're building, getting a feel of who each other and stuff are and everything. I don't feel like it should be like a cat and mouse game and stuff. If I tell you, like, yo, I feel this way about you. Let me know how you feel. And she's like, whoa there. I just gave you a little pussy. It's only been about 60 days. You need to calm down with the LOVE.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with her if it's only been 60
Definitely,
days
man.
and she only
It's
gave you a
not
little bit of
enough,
pussy
man.
and you love
not
already.
enough?
It's not enough.
Okay, so when did
That's
you
enough
come
with the pussy.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, man, you only love
You gotta differentiate the two,
only love
Mark.
the pussy
You gotta,
after like,
you gotta
what, 3
differentiate
times?
the two.
Like-
So
Hey.
when do you tell a woman and stuff, whatever, on average that you love them? And then I'm gonna get to your ass shortly because
It
Mr.
would have
Ride
to
or
be-
Die over here.
It would have to be after like at least I'd say like 10 months to a year and change.
Really?
10 months to a
long?
year
gotta
and
be-
change.
Wow.
Marv giving it up after the second day.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta be interactive. We gotta be doing things. We should have been on at
I'm
least
not-
one vacation. I gotta know how you working. Like,
Wow.
I can't just give it out like
Marvin
that.
love
man.
after the second
You
day,
know
man. You
what I'm
said 10 months?
I mean,
Hey, man.
3.
Okay, I might shorten it if it's like a real good communication type thing. Like we connect and we start talking. And
So okay, hold on. You operate all right. So you see this woman 3 to 4 times a week, right? Y'all not living together. Y'all see each other 3 to 4 times a week, but you guys speak like multiple times in one day. So you guys see each other enough to have intimacy, go out, do some things, and all the above and everything like that, whatever. And you say 10 months?
So we dated.
You guys are
In
dating.
it. She's the only one.
Only one.
Yeah, I'll cut it short and say maybe even
9
like
months?
7.
Oh, okay.
But it has to be time before I throw those words out there, man. Once you throw those words out there, it's kind of like oh, I got him now. Some females be, oh, I got him now. And then they run the switch. And then it's like, shit, my pockets is empty.
That's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say. I was like, you gotta be careful when you say too early because if you fall in love and she ain't reached that I'm in love state yet,
Exactly.
but still see enough to kind of, there
Maybe.
might be something in there. Oh, you might be in a bad position at
What
that
happened
point,
if X-Man pop up, who had her for like 8 years in the past, and she only left him because he cheated once and
Now
some
it's
nonsense.
a struggle because the X-Men only cheated once, but here's a new man that love her, then he don't know how much he love her,
You know what
but
I'm
he
saying?
take her out to dinner and he get her toes done.
But we got history, her and him. They got history. So now you fighting that fight.
Let me find y'all. Let me find out y'all out here doing toes, Marv. We fighting mess.
Come on, man.
Wow.
3 weeks, mom massage your feet and paint your toenails and shit.
You know, I rub feet.
You gotta make sure they look good.
Yeah, I rub feet. Like, you know, like, you
day,
know.
baby. You had a bad day.
Like you were
Sorry,
walking
man.
through my head all day. Let me rub your feet for you.
Okay.
So let me ask you this now,
Yeah.
Mr. Married Man.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to tell your wife you love her?
Oh, dude, listen. See, this is. I'm gonna let you in on some married man secret.
Okay.
Okay.
You said elephant shoes, olive juice.
When you love, you won't tell them right away.
You let them tell you. Well, what is it?
Yeah, you keep that shit to yourself till you're 100% sure.
100%.
It's a reciprocal.
But how are you sure? How do you know?
Oh, you gonna know. You gonna know. You.
So okay,
you
what
gonna
about the
get
listeners?
vibe.
What about the listeners that don't know?
The listeners that don't know, all right, let me give it to you from a man's perspective. Women, if he ain't said yet, but does all the stuff that constitutes love, he probably in love with your ass. He
No
just
doubt.
being cautious.
No doubt.
All right? Men,
Both
if
sides.
she ain't said it yet, be careful. Because women are not cautious with their love. Women in love, they'll let you know that they're in love. You understand?
That's true.
So, what you got to do now is you got to be like the waiting game. You know what I mean? You don't want to play your hand too quickly. But at the same time, you got to let her know, hey, there's something there. You got to let her feel like there's something there for her to just continue on now. Now, when she come around and say, yo, I've been thinking about some things, then you can hit her with the, I've been thinking about some things too.
Boom. We're gonna have a conversation about these.
We're
things
gonna have a
we've been thinking
conversation
about.
now.
Yup.
Absolutely, I agree.
I feel a certain way. Now you can reveal that you feel a certain way too. You understand?
Right.
But listen, don't play your hand too quick because, like John said, some women out there, they vicious than a marvel.
It's a power struggle.
It's a power struggle.
I think it's always gonna be a power struggle, regardless on how much you talk, how many conversations you have. There's always that, because nobody ever wants to give it up too fast, right? Even if you're there after a month and a half, or like you feel like you're there after like 2-3 months. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm here, but ooh, I don't know.
You want to let them know that you're emotionally connected, but not emotionally connected to the point where
What the
they.
fuck?
I'm
confusing
there,
as
but
shit.
I'm not all the way there.
You
I mean,
wanna
you
do
don't want to be.
engagement,
You don't want to be
right?
manipulated.
Exactly.
You want to be able to be. You want to be able to say when you're ready to toss that out there, it's being met with some type of mutual respect and understanding.
Yeah.
If you throw it out there too early, it may not be the situation. Now, she might be apprehensive. So something that might blossom to that full blown we love each other. She might be on that. Oh well, I don't know. He might still be like my last man. Why he love me so soon? Oh, I gotta this, that. Maybe I gotta step back. And then now this uncomfortable situation might develop.
There you go.
It could go the other way. I mean,
Right.
she could be like, shit, I've been in love with you. I just want your damn ass to know that from the
Yeah,
jump. It could go the other
yeah.
way. I mean, so again,
Know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
know when to hold him, know when to fold him. I guess it basically
Wise words.
basically depends on the type of person you're courting.
Exactly.
You understand? And it's gonna take some time. So I don't know if that one itis might work. That one itis might be too soon.
Yeah.
Okay, it's cool. I see where y'all coming from and stuff, whatever. I guess it's, just believe in the time when you feel like it's right to just kind of interact and step forward with it. But a lot of people, they have a problem with believing in when they know the time is right, or even believing in themselves. Let me ask you something. Is it easier than said than done about believing in yourself, especially in today's times and climate? Start with you, John John.
I think that comes from like more of an upbringing standpoint. Like if your parents always told you, yeah, like you can do anything, you can achieve, you can do this and that, then you'll kind of have it in you. What do I say to that? Learn, do whatever you do, and just, yes, I believe in myself. Is it hard to do that sometimes? Yeah, if the cards are stacked against you, or you're going against a brick wall, or you're shooting that uphill battle. And this is for all situations in life. This isn't just one or two. Anything in life, you got to kind of work at it. So if you're working at something and it's not working for you, you got to fall back and say, what am I missing? What's wrong? Try to work at that and then move forward. So I think believing in yourself is more of a knowing that, yeah, I can overcome whatever obstacles are ahead of you with myself. And that's what believing in myself is.
So,
to me,
okay, let me
actually.
ask you this now. So let's say, for example, you working in the field, particular field, or let's say if you're trying to be a musician.
Yeah.
If you're trying to be a musician and everything like that, whatever, right? And, being a number one musician or a hot musician, it's kind of like the lotto.
Of course.
It's like, damn near everybody might be a singer, songwriter, whatever, and everything like whatever, but you have to hope and wish that, that you get that shot and you get that thing and stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah, that your music is going to blast to the top.
It's going to blast to the top. Do you feel that you have to believe in yourself in order for that to happen? Or do you feel that, like, it's just take it how you love it?
I think believing in yourself, at that point in time, you have to believe in yourself, but you also have to get the help of others, right? You got to be open to that criticism that's going to come with. You have to say yes. I know I have
your
the
ego's
talent.
not your amigo.
Exactly. Yes. I know I have it. Yeah, I know I got the right, but how do you feel about it? How do you feel about it? And be open to constructive criticism and also super negative criticism. And once you could do that and be open to it, then you could kind of get to the next step or just keep pushing. And even if you have to maybe throw it to the side and do something else, then that's what you got to do.
What about you, Smoke?
I think definitely in order to succeed in your goals and dreams, you most likely will have to have that belief in you. Especially if you want other people to buy into it. I think one of the things that I've always preached as being an audio and engineer, sometimes artist management, sometimes just looking out for people who are trying to do things in music careers. One of my strongest things that I always preach is that you can't have somebody believe in you more than you believe in yourself.
Very true.
Facts. I like that.
Because at the end of the day, what happens is that person is going to go super hard for you more than you may go hard for yourself. And if you don't pull your own weight and fail because of that, you become a disappointment, not only to yourself, but to that person who believes in you, right? So you set forth goals, and you strive to achieve them, right? At the end of the day, we all have dreams. We all imagine ourselves doing a specific thing in life, right?
Not some people don't have that dream yet.
Some people don't have that dream. Some people may not understand what their dream is. But everybody should be under the impression that they have a purpose.
Yeah.
They have some sort of purpose. Whatever that purpose may be, they have some sort of purpose.
Yeah, just trying to find it.
That's probably the biggest key to it. A lot of people, you know what? I feel a lot of people go hard for purposes that are not of their own.
Yes.
Simply because they haven't found out what
Hallelujah.
simply because they haven't found out what their true purpose is.
Exactly.
So they find something, they might find it interesting, and they cling on to that, right? And then they try to make that happen. But that's never what's been their true purpose, and maybe a reason why it may not happen. It can happen. Again, it's determination, right? Like, if you put your mind to certain things and you put all your faculties behind that and you push towards it, hey, you just might achieve something that might not be meant for you. But if it's truly meant for you, it'll come naturally.
So, let me interject real quick. Well, not to really cut it off and stuff, whatever. I'm going to let you go back to your thought. But the funny thing, when you said that, there's one dude I know. He has a podcast, right?
Right.
He has maybe less than 5 episodes and stuff, whatever. And the man said this to me point blank. He's like, well, I seen you can do it, so I can do it, right? So I said, okay, if you feel like that, whatever, too. I'm like, persistency is the key. And then it all depends on what you're talking about and stuff that pertains to your thing.
Right.
His podcast is a solo podcast. Like, he's by himself.
Okay.
So I'm like, how do you bounce around your thoughts, whatever,
Exactly.
right? I'm like,
Like,
everything is like just
yourself.
linear. It's just all about your opinion.
Exactly.
And everybody's opinionated. I'm like, it's called social media.
Yeah.
Right? I ain't a hater. So I'm like, you do your thing. I think when he got to episode 4, he's like, well, how you get so many people and stuff to gravitate to your thing and stuff, whatever, right? I'm like, my man, you probably saw the fact that I do things one way and you assume it could be your realm and stuff too.
Right.
I'm like, I'm a social butterfly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a scientist.
Yeah, exactly.
I ask a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I'm going to question everything. I need a hypothesis and a conclusion to a lot of things, stuff that I talk about and everything like that. If you don't have that kind of realm or state of mind and stuff, whatever, this might not be your realm to play in.
Especially by yourself.
Especially by yourself.
Especially by yourself. Yeah.
Right. So that's how I'm looking at him I'm like, but then when you were saying that and stuff, I'm like, yo, but I told him I'm like, it's still early. You do what you do, because his shows is a thing might be 30, 40 minutes long.
Yeah.
So he has that little leeway with SoundCloud to play with. But I'm like, you can't just jump up and say, you see me doing something. He's like, if he can do it, I can do it, whatever. Because that's when the purpose gets screwed, like what you were saying.
Right. And I mean, just to build upon that, I mean, we are of the understanding of what works for us, right? Like even before we started doing the whole podcast thing, I know you had a podcast that you were doing with someone else, right? So in my mind, I'm already thinking Marv has a podcast state of mind. Regardless of what he may have done before, what the topics may have been before, he's already thought of himself being able to do it, right? Then I start to look at it and start to reflect and say, hey, when me and Marv talk, just like on a regular one-to-one, we talk about everything. And the conversation is wide open and we can discuss topics, whether it be on a serious end or whether it be on a funny end. So I look at that. I already look at, okay, me and Marv already have a rapport, right? Marv's already doing a podcast thing, right? Then I look at stuff outside influences are saying.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, Wifey. Wifey will say, yo, whenever you and Marv get together, you guys are nuts. You guys are
always a
crazy.
laugh.
You guys
It's
always a
always a
laugh. You
good
guys are always
time.
talking.
Yeah,
It's always
yeah,
saying
I'm
that,
the
right?
docile one, folks. Just to put that out there.
So then I look at that, her comments. I look at other comments that people make around me and Marv. I take mine and Marv's relationship, right? I take the fact that I know a fair amount about engineering and sound quality, right?
Yeah.
And I take the fact that Marv has already done podcasts, right? So then I add all these things together and I say, hey, this makes it viable. Just based on that information alone, this makes it viable for us to even attempt doing a podcast together,
Exactly.
right?
So it makes it easier for you to believe into it.
So I can see it. I can already see it before it
If you could
happens,
see it,
right?
you could believe it.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
if you
yeah.
could
I
believe
can
it,
I
you
can
could
already
achieve
see it,
Yeah.
right? I can already see it happening. So now we start to put things into fruition, right? We do 1 episode, we do 2 episodes, we do 3 episodes. And all of what that I've seen within those first 3 episodes has panned out like how I've seen it, right?
There you go.
So now I say, okay, this, that, and the third. What we need now is just a level of consistency to continue doing what we're doing and then build upon that, right?
Right.
Now, Marv's dude is on the outside looking at that, not knowing everything that I just finished telling you.
That's the whole thing.
No,
It takes
you
the
understand?
work. Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of people they're not concerned about step 1 and 2, right? Well, they'll just like, all right, what's step 1?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're looking at 9 and 10.
Exactly.
Like
One
2
the finish
to
line.
2 to
Yeah.
8, they don't give a fuck about.
But that's
Yeah.
the whole thing with assimilating someone else's dream too, right?
Aha,
Right,
exactly. That's
right.
exactly
it's
what you're
like,
saying.
you know what? Yeah,
So that's what I'm saying.
I could do
They
that.
believe in someone else's dream.
But there's a whole bunch of things that you have to do, and if you have the belief in it, you're obviously gonna.
Because if you believe in your dream,
to
you
work.
know there's going to
Yeah.
be multiple steps in between.
Yeah.
And you know for a fact, like, yo, life might not all be a bed of roses and everything like that, whatever.
Exactly.
But you know you believe in your craft and what you do.
Exactly.
And everything. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of people, they don't go in with, like, not even career-wise, but with life-wise, they fall to believe, they fail to believe in themselves. And that's the thing that's hurtful and stuff for them. Because I feel like if you're going to be a wife or you're gonna be a husband. If you're gonna be a husband and stuff, whatever, know for a fact you gotta do whatever it takes to be the best husband you can be. And you gotta believe in yourself that you're doing your best.
Exactly.
If you feel like you're doing half-ass and stuff, then next you know your wife is leaving you and shit like that, whatever.
Well, you
you shouldn't be
working.
shocked.
Yeah, and it was the same thing that I was saying. Like, you got to work towards it, right? If you believe in
Absolutely.
yourself, you're gonna have to work towards whatever that
Yeah.
dream is,
Yeah.
right? If you only put in like a half-ass effort into some stuff, then you're never really gonna get the full out extent out of it or
and it's-
go to it.
And it's not to say that Marv's boy can't achieve in podcasting, but he can't look at Marv and say,
You can do it. I can do
does
it.
make
Yeah,
what does
yeah,
make
yeah,
you
yeah. I was
successful?
like-
What does make
I was like, hold up, I'm about
makes
to
you
score up
successful?
real quick. You know what I'm saying? I was
What
like,
makes
hold
you
up
so
real quick.
successful? You understand?
Exactly,
No,
exactly.
don't worry about what makes us so successful. Find out what can make you
You
successful.
successful. Yeah.
Because obviously, the things that I just mentioned, that's not your story.
Of course.
Nah, that man looked. That man. I was like, I looked at him like, bruh, you trying to box? But I'm like, yo, you know what?
Yeah.
You know, I got to be crime free for my son. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take this one to the chin. You know, what was it? Top boy. You have to eat that, bruv.
If I eat that,
You
bro.
have to eat that, bruv. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I ate it. I was like, all right, do what you must. Do what
It's
you
not
must.
hard to believe in yourself, but it's
It's easier said than done.
exactly.
Easier
And
said
you have
than
to
done.
put in work into all your talent. Like they said, what beats out, talent or putting in work, professional. I'm not sure how the saying goes, but it's either talent or working at something and professional. Someone with natural talent, they're gonna get there, but the hard worker might go way farther than them because the talent person is like, whatever. You know what I mean?
Jay, this is what I always say, Jay. Talent will get you through the door. It's the work ethic that keeps you in the building.
That's it. And that's it. And then that's exactly what happens with your belief, right?
Right.
You gotta believe, you gotta work at the stuff, right?
So okay, let me ask you this. So okay, was Aaliyah right when she said dust yourself off and try again? Like, is persistency like the key, or only a fool doesn't know when to quit? Because let's say in his case and stuff, whatever,
Yeah.
he's looking at stuff and saying like it's not shaking up to be what it is, whatever, right? It doesn't go shit from like a belief system to now a persistency, like, you know, keep at it, kind of thing. Because like you're saying, the hard worker and stuff, whatever, right? Talent can get you through the door, but then now you have to start
Actually
being persistent at it and stuff like that, whatever,
exactly.
right? Because that's what, when I look at a lot of people and stuff, whatever, my issue with them is that persistency isn't the key. See, I subscribe to Don Quixote. For those who don't know the Don Quixote story, like, he attacked the windmill, and he didn't do it the first time. He didn't do it the 25th time. He did it the 50th time. I think it took him 72 times. Wow. 72 or 82 times. Forgot the story and stuff like that, but that's what it is. So I'm like, it's not about you just going at the first ones, whatever, the first run, and everything's it. The wording is what? 2190. 21 days become a habit, 90 days become a lifestyle.
Yeah.
You can't do a full day of crunches and expect to have a six-pack the following morning.
Happen. Yeah.
Shit don't add up, but people don't believe in that, and they don't think persistency is the key. So what do you feel about, like?
I feel persistency is definitely the key. But while you're in that mode, you can't be persistent about the same things. That's where a lot of people. That's where I think a lot of people make the mistake. If it's to happen, then you got to explore all avenues, and you got to figure out why it didn't happen the first time, why it didn't happen the second time, and you got to remove those things and try something new to make it happen. Now, when you get to the point where you've exhausted everything,
tap out.
Then you got to start thinking, okay, maybe this is not for me, or maybe this is not the avenue I'm supposed to go. I've exhausted all my resources. I've tried everything that I possibly can try. It just doesn't pan out. So maybe it wasn't supposed to pan out, right? But you shouldn't reach that stage without trying everything that you could possibly try.
Exactly.
And I guess everybody's time frame will be a little bit different. Whatever.
Everybody's time frame
depending on circumstance and the situation. Then
you got to stress all outcomes. You got to, like, okay, is there this route? Okay, I'm gonna go this route. Didn't work. Okay, is there this route? Okay, gotta go. Okay, it didn't work. I stress all outcomes, and it's still not working out. Let me go back to step one and see what's going on. Right?
I just have this thought in my head, and I think I might have mentioned this on a podcast before, but it's just this back in grade 3 or 4.
you better not be snitching no crime shit about yourself.
Nah, ain't no crime.
I can't afford to do this shit
I'm
by my goddamn self.
Remember that. Just an hour ago, I said I was good. I can't be backing up on that.
Okay, just making sure.
But you know, I mean, you're in class and you play. You know, you play games, right? So we used to have this number line game where you got 2 teams, one lineup on one side and one lineup on the opposite side, and then the math question is posed, right? Mm-hmm. And the first person to answer the math question scores a point for the team, right? Okay. There's this kid named Jason. Now, I would always lose to Jason. Jason was quick on the draw with the math questions. You understand? Mm. So he would always beat me. But it got to the point where I said to myself, well, Jason's only beating me because he understands the math questions and he knows the math questions, right? So I figured out in my head, the only way that I'm going to beat Jason is for me to know these math questions and understand these math questions, right?
Right.
So that was the change in my persistency.
There you go.
You understand? I realized now, okay, what I haven't been doing before, I know how I got to do. So that was study the math questions.
Exactly.
So that was what I did different. I started studying the math questions.
That's hard work.
Right?
Fall back, reevaluate.
And next time it come around, teacher asks the question, what's 12 times 12? 144.
Boom.
I ain't even thinking about it.
Yeah, see, you know it.
Jason looking at me all stunned.
He's like, oh, that's how you feel?
You got this now?
And I'm looking at
you by the swing set.
This is me. Yeah. This is me. So I've made that. I've evaluated. I made the change, and I made the improvement. Exactly. You understand? And this is what it is when you're looking to achieve certain goals, right? Now, if I had done all of that, and still be slower than Jason, then I'm just a slow motherfucker. I can't be Jason. And I gotta get that shit up.
This is true, yes.
Give
This
it
is
up,
true.
give it up. And I'll say the same thing when it comes to relationships. Hey, man, she got to be willing on the other side too, right? You're persistent to a point where it's like, yeah, I'm doing everything. But if they don't want it on the other side, it doesn't matter how
It
persistent
doesn't matter
you
how
are.
persistent you're gonna be.
True. Absolutely.
It's never gonna work out, right?
Right.
You're never gonna trick somebody into wanting something that they don't want. That's called manipulation, and that's not what we're here for as Podical Sons. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, hey, this is the way it goes, man.
Nah,
That's the way it goes.
I feel, man. I feel that, man. All right, man. Well, we got this. That's some real shit. Some real people shit. Let's get to the question of the week. Are you ready, John? Ooh. We'll start off. We can start off with smooth, but I feel like since you're the guest, we gonna.
Yeah, we gotta
after
start
you.
out with a guest. We gotta start off with a
after
guest.
You.
All right. Since you're with the shits, Marv.
You know I'm always with him. So, all right, let's
I'm on
just.
Podical Sons for the first time, so I guess I gotta come with the diabolical. I'm not even gonna answer this myself because it's very
Oh, you got one. Go ahead.
It's
Fire
very
away.
diabolical.
John,
Fire
lay it
away.
on us.
So your mother and your girlfriend switches mind and body. So your mother has your girlfriend's mind, and your girlfriend has your mother's body.
Right.
You gotta fuck one of them.
Wow.
The females, vice versa. Just
I'm gonna smash my girlfriend's body
with your mom's mind.
with mom's mind
So you gonna have
because
sex with your mom's?
basically, because then therefore right there, whatever. One, I'm gonna if I know, like I said, like I'm knowing and stuff, whatever, and I'd be like, I feel like I got the job done, and then she's like, it's me, mommy. You didn't get the job done. And I was like, oh, that's how you feel, mom? So what should I be doing? She's like, yo, fling up the legs, sir. And the body move like, sir. And then it might get the orgasm and
There
stuff,
you
whatever.
go,
You might get
there
a
you go.
squirt and all that type of stuff. Then be like,
I don't know if I can
Like
take any
training
instructions
session?
from mom.
hey,
I know I can take any instructions
It'll
from
be a
mom,
hard
bro.
mine is like a parachute. It works better when it's open. So
It'll be
like
a hard
anything to
one.
make me be the best Marv I can be, holla.
All right.
Go ahead.
Now hold on. At what stage does the girlfriend gets mom body? Does she get it at like elderly mom body?
This nigga right here. The technicalities and
Gotta be
everything.
stipulations.
Yeah, the
Oh, you
stipulations,
get some
semantics.
I'm trying to know, you know what I mean? Because if she getting that young mom body, mom might have been hard to try back in the day. So if I had girlfriend mind and young mom body, I might be there. I might be there.
So okay, we'll give you both then. We'll roll with the technicalities then. So we're going to when your mom was in her guilt stage,
Yeah.
and then we'll go into your mom in her prime.
Mom prime sublime. Taking it with girlfriend's mind.
Girlfriend's mind?
Mindset. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Got it.
and mom's body.
I might have to take it with a good.
Done, bitch.
I'm telling you. Every time I hear that one, it gets me. It gets me a certain type of way. I couldn't even answer it myself.
That's a
I'm
tough
just
one. We're
like,
gonna have to
maybe
post that
I
one,
like
Marv.
fall back.
You
And
have to
just
post
not
that one.
do
Post
it,
that one,
man.
man.
What about you, Marv? Oh, you already
Yeah, I
answered.
already answered, man.
You, John.
Yeah.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Like,
That was a good one,
I'm
John.
good with
I
this shit.
couldn't do it, man. I couldn't
good
do
one,
it,
John.
man. Could I fling in one more funny one? I got some funny ones.
No.
No, go ahead. You the guest, man.
Can
You
I
the
lighten
guest.
up the mood?
You the guest,
by all
man.
means. All
Okay,
right,
okay,
all right. So
okay.
then that will be the question of the week. Let people ponder with that thought.
Yeah.
So then we're going to ask the sons.
So
Fire
ask
away.
the sons right now.
Fire away.
Every time you finish having sex, a song comes on. What song is it?
Every time I finish having sex, I'm going to say, a moment like this, some people wait a lifetime. A moment like this, some people, it'd be like, I just slow walk out the bed. You know, like if I gotta flush the condom, I'm walking in slow motion,
This
flush, whoosh, done.
I'm gonna have to go with the reggae joint by Admiral Bailey. You take me to done. 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 Me just a come.
That's the one.
And so hold on. What if she turned to you and stuff, whatever? She's like, I like this song you got playing in the background. I'm ready for round 2.
Yeah, we're going to do a round round two. We ain't
Right
say
after
nothing.
you finish round one?
Listen, man, you think me the done. You think me the done.
Okay.
You think me the done.
Okay.
Me just suck up.
I said Kendrick and Jay Stone. Win. Win, 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 win.
Yeah.
Win, 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 win.
They got
man, the
the
trumpets.
instruments and everything.
Trump is to get you, man.
I feel that, man. All right, man. Let's take some ones. You got one more for us, or you okay with
I'm gonna
that?
slide back. You know,
Okay.
when I come back,
All right, cool,
When you come
cool.
back?
I'm gonna leave
All right.
that with the rest. When I forward again.
All right, when you
forward.
forward.
When you forward.
Hey, hey, I like that. All right, GK 1400 asked, if Goofy and Pluto are both dogs, why is Mickey friends with one and the other one is his pet? The only thing I can think of when I seen this stuff with them, like, I guess a dog is a man's best friend for real. Because
Yeah.
if the dog is your good friend, and then the dog itself, like, you can't shake the fact that a dog is a man's best friend.
See, Goofy's like a man dog and Pluto's like a dog.
The dog.
So that he could pet because he's a dog. And Goofy's just like a man dog.
I got a question. Have you ever seen Goofy talk down to Pluto?
No, but Goofy, he kind of don't talk down to nobody, though.
Yeah, Goofy a jolly person.
Yeah, he a happy person. He trying
No,
to
but I'm
uplift.
saying just as an interaction, as Goofy being portrayed as
Dog.
a human dog,
yeah.
right? Pluto being portrayed as a Pluto.
Yeah.
Goofy and Mickey being friends. You know what I mean? Does Goofy send Pluto go fetch?
Yeah. There was a thing of a Goofy actually like threw him a bone and everything like that. He's like, well, here you go, boy. And he just threw him the bone.
Wow.
That's my Goofy voice.
I wonder how
pretty
Pluto
good
felt
Goofy
about
voice,
that.
huh?
Wow.
Inferior, superior. Some racial kind of talk.
So what?
House nigga, field nigga, right there.
I'm a dog, but I'm not your type of dog.
What up, boy? You just gonna throw me the bone like that?
Throw me the
Yeah.
bone like that.
All right, man. Hip 3X said, can phones in prison call 911?
No.
You said no? I'm going to say
doesn't
yeah,
work
man.
like that.
I'm going to say yeah, because if I call 911 what's the emergency and y'all don't send help, whatever, y'all better pray I don't come out of jail because I'm going to sue that phone company. Straight goods.
Hey, man, prison is not supposed to be a fun place. There's no calling for help once you're there.
Shit, you'll be surprised when I asked a question the other day and stuff, whatever. 5 years in a coma or 1 year in a state prison. Everybody act like prison was a gymboree.
What if the 911 operator said, "Nigga, you don't see the CEO around?"
Exactly. Bang the wall and call for the CO.
Lucifer's a lie. Lucifer's a lie. Yo, your world's devastated from there.
Whatever's happening will end. Somebody will come sooner or later. Just sit back and wait for it to happen.
All right, man. And final question comes from Tensai Senpai. Would you rather have a gay son or a whole daughter? You go first, Smooth.
I'm gonna think a whole daughter.
Whole daughter.
Yeah,
Why is that? No
because
homo?
she can clean up that image after a bit.
She can clean up her behavior.
Yeah.
So what if she just said no, she like how this whole world is living and she's going to transition to a porn star?
Well, then eventually at some point she might settle down and have kids, and that'll be that.
Jenna Jameson.
Yeah.
Good for you. How about you?
After. I don't think you're gonna be involved in that decision with your kids. They're not gonna let you know.
came with your PC
until
political
the-
right?
until the end part.
Yeah.
But at the end part,
It's probably just gonna spring up on you and something like that.
yeah.
But it's gonna still spring up. So
It's
what should
gonna
be like-
spring up.
So you're asking so you're asking this quote unquote whole daughter or the slutty daughter of yours and everything. You're like, gee, when are you gonna bring this special guy around and stuff? And she's like, no, the guys I participate in an orgy with and stuff, whatever. They're not that type of guy. You still get faced with the predicament.
I don't know, but what's better? Your daughter telling she was in an orgy, or your son telling you he was in an orgy?
Hey,
If I have a gay son, he's telling me he's in an orgy and stuff, and I'm gonna tell him like, yo, you can't be holding around your butt like that, whatever, right?
yeah.
Like, yo,
I want to have equal love for both my kids and just love them regardless of what's going on. Let me not choose. I love y'all both. Just
I'm gonna love my kids regardless of what it is.
Facts. We're all gonna love our kids regardless.
Whatever you're gonna do,
there is a preference in this situation.
whatever you're
What's
gonna
your preference,
do,
Mark?
do it to the best.
My preference?
Yeah.
Gay son.
You want to take the gay son?
I'll take the gay son and stuff whatever. Because my thing and stuff is that in my realm and stuff whatever, if he's anything like me, when you're in a relationship, you're in a relationship. So if he's in a relationship, he's gonna be solo dolo and stuff whatever to that dick. That's why I said it, no homo.
All right, cool. That's all right with me. That's all right with me.
So that's what I'm saying.
man.
Like, and that state of realm, because whatever I choose to teach he or she, even
Yeah.
if I have that slutty daughter, like
Yeah.
I said, we'll love them equally and stuff whatever. But my thing and stuff is that I feel like less likely for catastrophic events to happen. Not saying that it can't happen and stuff whatever within the gay realm.
Yeah.
But there's still more likely and stuff whatever of like STDs, promiscuous, that the promiscuous kind of world. It comes with a lot of drawbacks as well as having fun.
Yeah.
So if my son were honing in and stuff whatever just with one dude and everything like whatever, bring Craig through for dinner.
But you're more likely to have a biological offspring coming from your loins with the promiscuous daughter than you are with the gay son.
This is true,
Yeah.
but if I don't know if with the Craig on that side of my son's man or something like might say like, you know what, they're gonna hump a female that they pay money with because some of these gay dudes got paper.
Yeah.
So if he paid somebody to just do that and everything, or even the eggs,
Well, that's why I threw in biological.
Fertilized.
Yeah,
Gotta
but
be
they do the
outside
eggs.
of that, then,
Yeah.
they do the eggs,
Yeah.
so then hey,
Hey, science
I'm in.
makes sense.
Okay, all right. It's all right, man. We're on the
Hey,
Associated Sons, man.
So say the Sons.
Have Associated Sons. You have Associated Sons with us since you're here?
I do have Associated Sons actually. So,
Okay. Fire away, man.
my Associated Sons. Sorry, excuse me. Always speak your truth, so you don't have to live a lie. Associated Sons.
So say the sons.
I like that.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like
that's the
that.
one. That's the
How
one.
about that? Yeah, man. It good ties into everything we were talking about today.
Exactly, right? You
Hold
gotta
firm
be
to your
on
truth,
point.
whatever. So if you don't want to drop the no homo or the pause, hold firm to your
Hold
truth.
firm to it, man.
Hold
Stay
firm?
solid in your masculinity, sir.
Exactly.
Hold firm.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, man. Tell the people so they can find you, man. You want them to find you? Holla at you.
John, AKA. Actually, no. I'm not Ben Dillinger, so I don't do no AKAs. I'm just John. That's it.
Easy.
Uh-oh.
Easy.
Uh-oh.
Easy. Clap back.
One King One. It's _1 K1NG. One King One on IG, and that's that. Hit me up. Holla at me.
Listen, if you want to witness the life that you're not living, just follow him, man, and
Absolutely.
just look at the pics, man.
I try to do fun things on a regular
Live
basis.
vicariously through John. That's what I do. That's what I do.
Pretty
That's
much.
it. That's it.
Pretty
That's
much.
it. Yeah, man.
All right, man. Once again, everybody, man. Thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember the difference between stupidity and genius. That genius has limits. Peace and love. Y'all be easy.
Peace.
Peace.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.